I thought you were joking when you said I was going to introduce the podcast.
There's never
Gotta kick
a
it off.
joke ever.
I thought you were going to introduce it, and I was just going to speak next.
I mean, okay, fine.
Well, we're
But-
here on the Big Access podcast.
Look at her go.
Oh, she's doing
She's
the
doing
intro.
it.
Let's
She did
go.
watch. She watched her fair share.
This is now your
We were
podcast.
all worried about her
Take
hijacking
over.
this.
Happy
Here we go.
happy to be here.
This is great. Well, like she said, this is the Big Access podcast, and we're here today with Lindsay from BadgePass. We're excited to learn a little bit more about BadgePass today. It's going to be a fun time. You guys probably recognize her. She's very popular on LinkedIn. She's all over the place, and very well spoken. So we're really excited to have her as a guest today. And here in office, you're here for the Salt Lake City Pro Connect.
I'm so excited. It's
So-
my first Pro Connect.
It's going to be a great show. By the time this drops, it's that's long past, but that's okay. It's going to be a great show.
Like, I was there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, viewers are going to love that. Be like, oh, I remember seeing her now. So it's going to be good.
Yeah.
But welcome.
Thank
it's
you.
Good to have
Thanks
you
for
here.
having me. I love
It's good
it.
to have you here. I want to kind of start things off by talking about Sasquatch. I know you're a big believer.
Oh my God.
And Dallan really likes Sasquatch. No, I'm just kidding. That was one of the first things that she actually said when we were taking a tour and we got into here. She was just like, this is where you guys talk about Sasquatch.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my gosh, she has seen way too many of these podcasts where we just
You
mention.
should go look through the podcast because it's interesting how obsessed people are with Sasquatch. 'Cause we've only shared. I don't think I've ever said that I believe in Sasquatch ever.
No, but you talk about Sasquatch almost every episode.
Well,
It used to be a
comes up.
Benji only thing, and
Yeah.
now it's a Dallan
Well,
thing.
Oregon, it's kind of a thing there.
Yeah.
You know,
What
it's
would
like-
have been smart is if I had researched some data,
Mm-hmm.
knowing that if I said I didn't want to talk about Sasquatch, you inevitably would have made me talk about Sasquatch, and then that would have been smart.
Yeah.
In retrospect.
I don't know anything about Sasquatch, to be honest with you.
Nothing at all.
Data.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but one thing you do know a lot about is golf.
Yep.
So one of the coolest things that I've learned about you is that you were the captain of the boys golf team.
This is one of my fun facts.
How in the world did that happen?
It's amazing.
There was no girls team.
Okay.
So that's the easiest way for that to happen is first, there is not another option. So you play on the girls team or on the boys team. And then if you're good, I guess they make you the captain. But I will say, I think I was the first captain in history to ever tear up during the end of year speech. I was a little emotional at the end of the season.
Yeah.
I don't know that normally happens.
That means
Yeah.
you care.
I did care.
I like that.
I cared a lot. It was
Yeah.
And this
fun.
was high school, right?
This is high school.
Okay.
Yeah. I played, but then I played girls golf in college.
Where
Nice.
Xavier in
That's
Cincinnati.
Right.
You guys may have heard of Xavier from basically every major sporting event in the NCAA,
Well, except for football,
Except for
because we don't
football.
have any.
except for football.
We've been
But I
undefeated
did
since
say
like
major.
1979.
Not
Yeah.
a big football fan.
I think that's
so.
when we canceled our program.
Oh,
So,
I bet.
that's great.
yeah,
Nice.
you just got it.
I was trying to hype it up.
You- But yeah, they are
Shot
obviously
down.
basketball.
They are definitely decent at basketball.
Yeah.
I always usually have them doing something in my brackets that subsequently
They've been
just
letting
get
you down
broken.
for
They-
the
yeah.
last few years.
They
now.
Yes.
have always
absolutely.
had potential to upset, though. That's Xavier's
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of thing.
Yeah. So, well, we're happy to have you here.
Thanks.
And I'm really interested to learn a little bit more about the partnership that we've got going on. We have got a brand new integration that we are launching. In fact, I just saw that on social media you guys posted the release
This morning.
this morning.
right.
I know.
So very exciting.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
we're ready.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about BadgePass, who you guys are, how you got started, and kind of what your mission and mantra are.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're a software development company, and we're singularly focused on being the best badge issuance platform that we could possibly be. So when I talk about badges, I mean any type of credential, physical, we're making a move into mobile, but the idea is when you issue a badge through BadgeHub, our cloud platform, we help that badge work seamlessly in any application that needs it. And so partnership with y'all means that we ensure that when you provision a badge out of BadgeHub, it automatically works in PDK, giving our customers kind of the best of both worlds.
Yeah. So how often, Dallan, does our sales team get hit up with questions about, hey, what about badge printing?
Every day since the day I started at PDK.
Since the dawn of time.
Seriously, I mean, you remember back in.
Oh,
it's like,
yeah. Back when I was a sales guy, it was all the
How
time.
do you print badges? Print badges, and a lot of people have been forced. And it kind of, when we ask our partners, which way do you want us to go? A lot of times they'll say, for an access control platform, go this way. And this is why I love integrations, is because there's a whole company around badges and printing of badges and issuance of badges because of the complexity of it. And there are features within access control and within our area here that require that kind of expertise. And so I'm such a huge fan of integrations because that allows us to focus on our core, what we do, and allows us to partner with people who are able to focus and offer the amazing experience that BadgePass offers.
And to lean into that comment too, you mentioned something. You said, we're just trying to be the best at this thing that we can be. And that's something that we tell people all the time is we don't have any business in trying to be a company aside from trying to be the best access control manufacturer out there. And because of that, we're trying to partner with companies such as yourselves who have that same belief system, who have that same goal. And then together we can create that ecosystem for other people in the industry. And you're not necessarily beholden to one single company that may have a good portion of it. Let's say their access control is good, but their cameras aren't.
Yeah.
But it's all or nothing. Instead, we can all try to create that solution for somebody. So I love that.
No, I love it too. I think so. When I think about the security industry, which is obviously where we live, I mean, the majority of our day, everybody kind of has thought about the badge as like a part of the system that they utilize. But obviously for us, I mean, it's the whole thing. But when a customer experiences issuing a badge, they're not thinking about it through the lens of, I just want this to work in PDK. They're typically thinking about it like, all right, I'm going to wear it for visual security purposes, but now I want it to work in my Chronos time and attendance system. And I want it to work for bus tracking. And I need it to work on my single sign-on system that I used to log into PCs. And if y'all were trying to manage the complexity of that from a badge perspective, you'd be like, this isn't our wheelhouse.
Right.
Like, that's not where we play. And so it's one thing if it's just going to open a door, but it's a completely different story if you want to then use that badge for so many other things, which most of our customers do.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about how the integration works with PDK.
Okay. Literally, this is going to sound so dumb because I'm going to make it like the simplest, easiest thing ever. You print a badge.
We love that.
Fastest podcast
If it's
in
so
the
simple,
world.
it sounds dumb. We love that.
That's how it should be. You print a badge, all the cardholder data shows up in PDK, including the card number. So now that badge works when I go try to open a door. PDK is still managing like all the privileges and permissions, what that user can do within your system. Like, we're not touching that. But Lindsay Martin-Nez, new employee, you capture my photo, you provision my credential, we send all my cardholder data, including my badge number, over to PDK. It activates automatically. Life's good.
Okay, so a dealer installs or inputs the person into BadgePass software, and then it just gets pushed to PDK. No redundant data entry necessary.
Correct.
That's what we love.
And you can actually watch a video that Robbie put together.
He did a great
in
job.
just a few minutes, you can see the entire thing in action. And
That's awesome.
And I feel like we have the same problem where we have to actually add more fluff to videos than the actual concept of what we're trying to relay. Otherwise, it'd be like 30 seconds. And I felt like Robbie, it's like between 2 and 3 minutes. And Robbie's adding a lot of value to it, but really the whole process of it is just so fast.
It should be.
So
Yeah.
fast.
And it's not supposed to be complex, I don't think. And so when we made the video, he was like, is this too simple? And I was like, well, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, there's complex stuff on the back end from a data integration perspective,
Right.
as far as like rules of like, what if Lindsay gets a new badge? Do we deactivate our old one and stuff like that? But the basic point is you should print a badge and it should work.
Yeah, dang straight. Love it. So you guys within your software, you create the template and everything, right? And then you enter in that information, and then in the video, it just shows Robbie just grab the credential and whoop, spits it right out. And by the time that it spits that out, everything is already synced into PDK.
Yep. Correct.
Dude. And one thing that you said earlier that stuck out to me that I have to comment on, you said a lot of people think of the credential as part of the access control system.
Yep.
And to be honest with you, I didn't come from the security industry. So when I got in here, it didn't make sense to me that a credential was part of an access control system. What made sense to me is that credentials are part of the person. And companies that look at it like that, you see the complexity now. If a credential is part of an access control system, it's not really secure. If the credential is more thought of as part of the person, the identity, now we're talking. Now we're talking about some security. We're talking about authentication. We're talking about separation there. I love that. That was such a great thing to say, and I believe that too. We need to start thinking of credentials as part of the person, the user, the accessor, not as part of the access control.
Well, let's lean into that a little bit. I think that's something that you do really good at, especially, I don't know if you want to call them icons or what the word is that you use, where you can have different symbols that represent interests for that person, right?
Yeah, so we talk a lot about the value outside of the badge is just a utility. And so I think that that's where people get it wrong. If I think of it as just something that lets me do something else, then that's limiting the scope of the badge. When it's actually very personal. And you've probably heard me talk about, I mean, what's the first thing people do when they go get a new job? Like, they take a picture of their badge and they post it, and they're excited about sharing, like, this is where I work. Like, there's a certain element of, I feel like I'm a part of something because I have this badge and it's part of my identity. So yes, Tanner, to your point, we've started promoting this concept of like interest icons where you can then personalize your badge even further. So our employee badges all have, you can choose up to 3 interest icons, and then you're in the break room and someone sparks conversation about like, oh, what's the airplane on your badge? Like, you love to travel? Me too. What's the coolest place you've been? And that's one thing at BadgePass where we have, 60 employees, but you take that to a 6,000 person organization where you don't see people every day, it helps people better recognize and connect with one another.
I love that so much. I think it's so important. I mean,
Cultural aspect.
Yeah. Ultimately, you're taking a badge, which normally is, exciting that first day of work. And then you get to the point where it's like, yeah, this just gets me in the door. And it's a way to verify that, yep, see, same guy. But now it's a conversational piece that helps build the community within a workplace.
She talks about this in her book. Have you guys read it?
She's an author.
I need one.
Dallan's trying to show off that he's read it. He's like, I've read it.
Dallan put it in Chat GPT.
I have a
and he's
signed
like,
copy.
summarize.
I feel left out. I need one.
I can tell you 3 points about
Hang on just one second. Let me pull up my my Chat GPT.
It's not a PDF. It's an actual physical book, and it's actually really good. I was telling Tanner about it the other day. I'm like, the first step to writing a book is writing it, right?
Yes.
But you go in there, and you made me feel a few things there throughout the thing. When people are passionate about something, they just succeed. I don't know. It's cool. I like it.
Well, thank you.
I've had a lot of people give me books. There's a lot of people in this industry that have written books, and you go through it and you're like, there's no passion in this book. I will tell you, there is no shortage of passion in her book. So
Well, it's also called Badge Passion.
yes.
It would be weird
Yeah.
if it wasn't passionate.
So tell us a little bit about the book.
Yeah. I think of it as like the best way, if you were going to digest something in a short airplane ride that could give you a feel for what it's like to work with Lindsay and work with BadgePass as an organization, that's what I envisioned when I started writing the book. And I wanted it to feel personal, because that's what you're really working with when you work with a company. Like, you're working with the people.
That's right.
And the culture. And how do you express that? You can't. Like, no marketing material or about us on the website can give you kind of like the underlying passion and stories that make us who we are. And so that's why I wrote it, was so that people could get a feel for what we're like to work like.
That's so cool. Do you guys feel like we've kind of shifted into where we're like now on The View and we're like doing a book tour right now?
I know I didn't even
Hey,
expect
we
will
should
you
all
read
have
us-
copies right
will
now.
you read
and
us
go
an
to a certain
excerpt
page.
from this?
Oprah promoted her book. That's a fact.
Well, on that topic, though,
I'm just
Okay.
how can people get your book?
You can purchase them on BadgePassion.com. They're on Amazon. I will send you a copy for sure. Both of
Let's
y'all.
go.
Dallan already
That's what
has
he was
one.
looking for. He was fishing
So
for that.
I will send you
Will
one.
mine be signed as well?
It will definitely
All
be
right.
signed.
Yeah, we're in. We're in.
Oh,
Can it
Dallan.
have, can it have a higher word count?
Then how I signed his.
Did you see mine? It's good. It's good.
There's also
I need a
pictures
front
in
and a
it.
back page.
So it
Well,
makes it a
we
much
know because
easier
Dallan
read
wouldn't read anything without
without
pictures. Yeah.
there's pictures.
That we're not going to let that fly. I read a book every week, and I've read books that would intimidate Brach.
Ooh.
The dictionary.
Gone.
The dictionary.
Cover to cover.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, aside from just buying the book, how do people find out about BadgePass?
So you mentioned earlier, we're super active on LinkedIn. I think that's a good way to get a feel for like what's new and what's going on with us is follow us on LinkedIn. Of course, you can go to our website or connect with any of us like that work at BadgePass, because we're all just people.
And they're great people. I've really enjoyed working with them. So thank you a ton for taking the time to come fly all the way here to Salt Lake.
Yes.
Thank you for taking some time to come and jump on the Big Access podcast. It's been
wouldn't
great
miss it. It's
having
been
you.
fun.
So you're my new co-host from now on.
I'm
You
happy to do it.
Great job
She's a
at
great
letting,
co-host.
doing the intro here. But and thank you guys for taking some time to jump on it as well. For those of you who are watching and listening, be sure to subscribe to this podcast, give it a 5-star rating, and let us know of any topics that you're looking to learn. And we'll be sure to add that to an upcoming episode. But thank you again.
Right there.
Yeah, that's the subscribe's down here.
Click right there.
But one above and everywhere.
Put one wherever.
Keith is just going to put subscribe buttons
That would be
everywhere.
amazing. Do it.
Anyways, subscribe, and we will see you on the next episode. Thank you very much.